Welcome to today's show, Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess, passionate, inspirational speaker, author, poet, and entrepreneur. Welcome to Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I want to give a big thank you to those of you who are listening in today. And here's a great big shout out to all of you listening around the world. I'm delighted and so grateful that you tuned in. I sure hope you're enjoying a fabulous day today and that you're having a fantastic week. Because you know what? In the grand song of the universe, life is very, very short. It's short, sweet, and all so precious. So, I hope you're making a difference in your own life, because when you do, you also make a difference in someone else's life. Now, a lot of folks want to make their life count for something, and they ask me, Dr. Gloria, how do you do that? Well, it's really very simple, very simple. You make your life count day by day, step by step, moment by moment, every single day, 365, 24/7. That's what Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count is all about. You can learn more about Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count by visiting the Gloria Burgess website. That's the Gloria Burgess website, GloriaBurgess.com. That's the Gloria Burgess website, GloriaB as in boy, URGESS.com, or by visiting my Facebook page, and that's Facebook.com/DR for Doctor, DR, GloriaBurgess, PhD /. Today, I want to talk with you about leadership. Now, you know that this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart, but today is very special because I'm going to focus specifically on a special kind of leadership, and it's called personal leadership. That's right, personal leadership. So, what is personal leadership? Well, I'm glad you asked. Personal leadership is simply this. It's all about how you live your life. And to help us understand one way to live your life, I have a very special guest with me on today's podcast. My guest today is Lynne Brown. Lynne will share a little bit about her story and her perspective on personal leadership, and in particular, how she moved from fear to freedom. From fear to freedom. I love that. I know that Lynne is going to speak life and wisdom into someone today. I can't wait for you to meet her. But first, let me tell you a little bit about her. Lynne is a person of influence, and she is positively inspiring. Now, one of the things I love about Lynne is that she enjoys encouraging people of all ages to step into their greatness, to step into the life that God has planned just for them, and to live a life of confidence and personal growth. One of the many ways that she has added value to people over the years is as a senior director of sales and marketing in the business sector. She's also served in education for over 14 years. In the education sector, Lynne served as a counselor and in diverse leadership roles. How cool is that? Now, Lynne is a leader who makes a difference in her own life and in the lives of so many others throughout the world through her work and, more importantly, because of her heart for service. She just is one of those people who has a deep conviction and a heart for serving other people. I first met Lynne through the John Maxwell team. I know her as a spirit-filled woman whose life is all about lifting up, helping and serving others in her community, in our schools, in the business world, and beyond. So to simply say that Lynne is interested in her work would be a huge understatement. Lynne is positively passionate about her work, and I must say she is a woman with a mission. She is on purpose and on fire to change the world. To change the world one person at a time, one child at a time, one teenager at a time, one adult at a time. When you hear her story, you will understand why Lynne is so passionate about making a difference, about changing the world in this way. I was very struck by Lynne and her passion, but you know what? I was also struck by her compassion. But these are just a couple of her many wonderful qualities that drew me into her, and that draw so many people to Lynne. We are very blessed to have her as one of our honored mentors on this show. She's an incredible leader, and she has a particular focus on serving others. In many ways, in her outlook on life and in her work, Lynne pulls together the many threads of what my own life and work are all about. I mean, you've heard me talk about this many, many times, about the themes and threads of service on this show. And some of the themes are gratitude, authenticity, generosity, courage, integrity, passion, presence, trustworthiness, hope, and possibility. Now, I just love all of these themes, and I love Lynne. So today, we have both of us, Lynne and me, with very different backgrounds and very different experiences, yet so many common threads. Can I just tell you something? Lynne and I had a wonderful, wonderful conversation, and I'm so excited to have this amazing person, this amazing leader with us today. This is going to be a fantastic show. You don't want to miss a single minute of it. So, grab your earbuds or put on your walking shoes, relax in your favorite chair, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a nice cool glass of water. We're going to have a great time. But before I jump into today's show, I want to take just a few moments to welcome you. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Gloria, and this is Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I'd like to extend a very special welcome to those of you who are joining my show for the very first time. You're in for a real treat. I'm excited to have you listening in today, and I'm deeply honored that you've allowed me to be part of your day, so you can be inspired by the ideas and resources to make your life count. Today's program is all about leadership. Specifically, it is about personal leadership. What an amazing story you have, Lynne, and you mentioned the power of our own story, and an amazing testimony, Lynne, and you're just down to earth and you're so real, and I just wonder if you could repeat what you just said, because it's so simple, yet it's so important for people to hear this, because most people miss what you just said about being me. Can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, I'll do my best. I just think I spent so much of my life I was in that comparison mode, and I was thinking I was missing something. And I mean, I would say, well, Jesus created me, and there's only one thumbprint like mine and all that, but I didn't believe it. Obviously, I didn't, and I just thought something was missing. I was missing it. It was just like I was second place. I mean, I was always the runner-up. I was never the one. And when I finally began to hear, even just what you're saying about me, just on this call, when you say those things about me, sometimes I have to catch myself. I'm like, I didn't tell you to say those things. You know those things from being around me. And that's true for everyone. All of us have these beautiful qualities, and we all have great things to give to people. We just have to, eventually I guess I just had to get over I had to get over myself and over those messages. I had to just blast through them to get through them. And so yeah, just be who you were created to be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be in just a little golden box with a big bow on it. I mean, it can just be whatever it is. Just be yourself, because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And now that I'm truly walking in that belief, it is amazing to me the things. I look at my life this last year or two, and I'm thinking, how can this be? But I know how it can be. But I'm saying once I stepped into who I was, things began to move toward my life.
Yeah.
And it's just and it's amazing. And God is no respecter of persons. So what He does for one, He will do for everyone. And that's the thing I think that's so beautiful, is that everybody that's on this call tonight, He has the most amazing, beautiful plan for your life, and we just have to be willing. We just have to be willing to dust off, get up, and do it again. And this was really cool too, because last May I just began to have a heart for my sons, and realizing that even a lot of the way I parented them was not probably the best for them personally, because I did a lot of things, out of fear or trying to protect them or whatever. And so I was like, you know what, I would love for them to be able to experience having someone other than me, other than Mom, speak into their life, like maybe a coach. And I just thought, wow, I would love to get to the place where I could have them have a mentoring session with my mentor, Paul Martinelli. And so I contacted his assistant on May the 12th of 2017, and I found out what it would cost. And at that time, I could not invest in my two boys and my husband too. I wanted them all to experience it, but I couldn't do it. But I knew there would come a time that we would be able to do that, and me too, for that matter. It was so cool. After this April Global Youth Initiative that I mentioned earlier,
yeah.
About halfway through that, they issued a challenge about people that were doing these presentations and doing the Global Youth Initiative, that someone would receive the mentoring. And
yeah.
But I didn't know that at the beginning. I just started out and said, I'm going to give with my whole heart. On May the 12th of 2018, not 3 weeks ago, I got an email from the company, and it said, you have been selected to have a 4-hour mentoring session.
Yes, I saw that. I didn't see the email, but I saw a post about it.
Well, the only reason I say that is to say, and I thought, well, that's interesting, because I remember sometime last spring, I emailed that assistant, and I looked back through all my emails, and I about fell out of my chair. It was the same day.
Oh, my goodness,
May 12th.
really?
Yes, I have the emails. I printed them off because I just want to keep them forever. I printed them off. One was 2017, May 12th, and this one was May 12th of 2018. And it was the same exact day. And I was like, God, you are so amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I've been sitting here bubbling about it, and I'm going, I wonder if she's going to talk about this. I wonder. So thank you for sharing that, and congratulations again, Lynne. You've poured and poured and poured and poured into other people, into these young people, and now you get this incredible reward that you didn't expect to get. Obviously, this is not what you were doing it for, but it sounds like maybe there's something about that mentoring session with your sons and your husband, and I'm wondering, I don't want to steal your thunder or anything there, but what's the next step for you with that?
Well, I just honestly, and again, this is just how I have lived, how I try to live my life. I immediately thought, you know what, I